Hafa and welcome everybody to the Guam Congress building. Tonight we have the case of People versus Superman, which is a case of criminal misdemeanor charged with breaking and entering. But I want to welcome the Agueda Johnston Middle School students to this event. This is the 11th year of the Law Week mock trials that are going on, and this year is historic because it's the first time that it's being hosted here at the Guam legislature. And this year the theme is separation of powers. As we know, there are three branches of government: the executive, the judiciary, and and the legislature. I almost forgot ourselves. So it is a fitting cooperation between the three branches. And I want to also commend Agueda Johnston for being one of the first, one of the first groups that started with the mock trials 11 years ago. So you indeed have a cornerstone in history, and your constant participation is a true attestation to your success also as a school and your willingness to participate in this venture. But before we begin, I want to just mention that we have some exhibits at the Guam Museum. They're also part of the sponsors with us tonight. So please make your way over there. There's also some food courts for you if you're hungry. And we have a scavenger hunt event going on. You can pick up the form from one of the representatives out the door. There's a scavenger hunt that's between this building and the museum. And the prize are Samsung tablets. So you have to be present to win, but I think if you want to participate, it's well worth the effort. At 7 o'clock, there's also going to be the High School Mock Trial Championship Awards being given here if you're interested as well. I just want to wish everybody good luck, and I look forward to watching your presentation.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Danny Elkin presiding. Please bring in the jury. You may be seated. Will the clerk please call the case?
This is the case of the People versus Superman. Appearing for the people is attorney Angel Aparon. Appearing for the defendant is attorney Ave Mendina.
Thank you. Superman, please rise to hear the charges.
Superman, you are charged with breaking and entering a warehouse located at King George High and 136th Street in the city of Surrey on or about the 1st of November 2017, in contravention of Title IX, GCA Section 37.20. You also charged under Title IX, GCA Section 34.50, with committing mischief resulting in damage over $1,000. How do you plead to the first charge of breaking and entering?
Not guilty.
To the second charge of mischief?
Not guilty.
Your Honor, the defendant pleads not guilty to both charges.
Counsel, you may proceed with your opening statement.
I intend to prove that Superman deliberately broke the wall of the warehouse and then entered, thereby committing breaking and entering. I will prove that Superman had the intent to commit these crimes and that he is responsible for the actions that led to the destruction of the warehouse wall. In support of the case, I, the prosecutor, will call Constable Peters, Mr. Costco, and Mr. Power.
Counsel, you may proceed with your opening statement.
We intend to prove that Superman did not break the wall. His reputation shows that he would not hurt or injure anyone deliberately. To support our case, we will call Lois Lane, Jimmy Olsen, and Superman. Thank you.
The people may call its first witness.
Yes, for my first witness, I call the arresting officer, Constable Peters.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear that you will tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Please state your name and address.
I'm Constable John Peters, and I live at 81317 Protect Street.
You may be seated.
Constable, where do you work and what is your job?
I am a member of the police department assigned to Special Crimes Unit.
Constable Peters, please explain to the court what the Special Crime Unit is and how long you've worked there.
Special Crimes Unit is a police squad trained to handle superpowered criminals. I've worked on the squad for 5 years.
Please tell us what happened on the 1st of November.
I received a call from a witness that Superman was about to break into a warehouse.
What did you see when you arrived at the scene?
I saw that the brick wall of the warehouse was in pieces, and someone was entering the hole through the wall.
Was that someone the accused?
Objection sustained. Please rephrase the question.
Yes, Your Honor. Constable, who was that person you saw entering the building?
Him!
Your Honor, please let the record show that Constable Peters identified the accused as the person in question. Constable, what happened next?
I arrested Superman on the charges of breaking and entering and mischief, resulting in damage over $1,000.
Thank you. I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Defense, do you wish to cross-examine?
Constable Peters, has the accused been in trouble with the law before?
Well, no.
Did you see 5 men with Lois Lane?
Yes.
Did those men have guns?
Yes.
Are you aware of what Superman has done for this city?
Well,
Let me refresh your memory. He has helped citizens by upholding the law, put the needs of others before the needs of himself, and has kept law and order by controlling criminal activity. No further questions, Your Honor.
Recross?
Yes, Your Honor. Constable, were charges against the 5 men laid for kidnapping?
yes.
Have they been to trial?
Yes.
Were they convicted?
No.
Thank you. I have no more questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. You may step down. Please call our next witness.
Yes, for my next witness, I call Mr. Costco, the owner of the warehouse.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear that the evidence you shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Please state your name and address and occupation.
My name is William Costco. I live at 189 King George Highway in the city of Surrey beside my warehouse. I'm the owner and manager of Costco Warehouse.
You may be seated.
Mr. Costco, please tell us what happened on the 1st of November.
Well, my friend, Harry Robinson, ran into my house and told me that Superman was about to break the wall of my warehouse.
What did you do?
I ran to my warehouse.
What did you see?
The bricks of the warehouse were in pieces on the ground. Superman was entering the building through the hole in the wall.
Did Superman ask permission to enter the building?
No.
Thank you. I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Does the defense wish to cross-examine?
Where were the bricks lying when you arrived at the warehouse?
I already told you, they're lying pieces on the ground.
On the outside of the building.
Yes, on the outside.
In your opinion, isn't it true that if Superman crashed to the wall, the bricks would have been carried inside the building with the impact rather than outside?
Objection. This calls for conclusion on the part of the witness. Mr. Costco is not a demolition expert.
Sustained. Please strike the last question from the record.
Mr. Costco, when did you arrive at the warehouse?
I don't know.
What was it before or after the police arrived?
At the same time.
I have no more questions.
You may step down. Do you wish to call any more witnesses?
Yes, for my last witness, I call Mr. Power a demolition expert.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Please state your name, address, and occupation.
My name is Max Power, and I live at 8131 156th Street, Surrey. I am a demolition expert, and I have been working for the Sun Life Insurance Company for over 10 years, investigating the cause of explosions.
You may be seated.
Mr. Power, have you ever investigated an explosion at a brick building prior to this particular investigation?
Yes, I've conducted investigations in over 20 brick buildings.
Please describe for the court what one of your investigations would involve.
I go into a site and analyze the evidence, such as the size of the hole and the distance debris scattered, to determine the cause of the explosion.
Please describe the scene at the warehouse on November 1st.
There was a large hole in the warehouse wall, approximately 2 meters wide and 3 meters high.
About the size of a large man.
Why, yes.
In your expert opinion, could the damage to the warehouse have been caused by Superman?
With his superhuman strength, easily.
Thank you. I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Does the defense wish to question this witness?
As part of your investigation, do you test the surrounding area for traces of gunpowder?
Of course, that's standard procedure.
Did you find any on the bricks?
Yes, lots.
In your expert opinion, could guns fired at a wall cause it to crumble?
Well, yes.
Thank you. I have no further questions.
You may step down. Would the prosecutor like to call another witness?
No, Your Honor. The prosecution rests.
Defense counsel may call its first witness.
For our first witness, we would like to call Miss Lane.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? I do. Please state your name, address, and occupation.
Lois Lane, 8666 156th Street, Surrey, suburb of the city of Metropolis. I've been a reporter for the Daily Planet, and I've worked for the paper for 5 years.
You may be seated.
Miss Lane, what happened to you on the first day of November?
Putting together an article on welfare fraud when I heard a knock on the door. When I answered it, two men grabbed me, blindfolded me, and gagged me. I was taken to a car and driven somewhere.
Then what happened?
I was marched down some stairs and tied to a chair. When they took my blindfold off, I saw 5 men with masks on, and they had guns. I started to scream, and one of them had hit me. One man said they couldn't let me write an article on welfare fraud because that might cause a police investigation, and then all their plans would be ruined.
What else did the man say?
He said, "You realize we can't let you live." He said that his gun was very powerful and that my death would be quick and painless. Then he laughed and pointed the gun above my head and shot at the wall.
Please tell the court what happened next.
I was screaming and bricks were falling all around me. The gunman was laughing and saying goodbye, Miss Lane. Then I heard sirens and Superman was there. The men fled. Superman tried to go after them, but Constable Peters blocked the doorway and arrested him.
Thank you, Miss Lane. I have no further questions.
Does the prosecutor wish to cross-examine?
Yes, Your Honor. Lois, were the bricks falling all around you just before Superman entered?
Yes.
So, using basic laws of physics, it is safe to assume that there was an outside force pushing the bricks into the building.
Yes.
Objection sustained.
Isn't it true that you're in love with Superman?
Well,
Remember, you are under oath.
yes.
Would you lie for him? I would show my question. Thank you. I have no further questions, Your Honor.
You may step down. Please call our next witness.
I call Jimmy Olsen to the stand.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I sure do.
Please state your name, address, and occupation.
My name is Jimmy Olsen, and I am a photographer for the newspaper, The Daily Planet. I live at 4343 Shutterbug Drive in the city of Metropolis.
You may be seated.
Jimmy, what were you doing on November 1st?
I was out in Surrey with Clark Kent, a reporter with a paper, taking pictures of an accident. Clark said he had to make a phone call, so he ran over to a nearby telephone booth. Next thing I saw was Superman flying overhead. So I decided to follow him because I knew he would lead me to a story.
Then what happened?
I followed Superman in my car to a warehouse. I parked my car and then ran over.
What did you see?
I saw bricks lying all over the ground, so I ran inside.
What did you see on the inside?
5 men with guns almost ran over me. Superman started to chase after them, but Constable Peters appeared in the doorway and arrested him. I cannot believe he arrested Superman and let those 5 guys go.
Thank you, Jimmy. I have no further questions.
Does the prosecutor wish to cross-examine?
Yes, Your Honor. Jimmy, did you see how Superman entered the warehouse?
No.
Did he use the front door with you?
No, he didn't use the front door.
What is your relationship with Superman?
I think Superman's the greatest. He's my hero.
Would you lie for him?
Sustain.
Jimmy, has Superman ever saved your life?
Oh yes, many times.
So you're very loyal to Superman, aren't you?
Of course.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have no further questions.
You may step down. Please call our next witness.
I call the accused Superman as the next witness.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Please state your name, address, and occupation.
My name is Superman, and I live at 8567 Hero Drive in the city of Metropolis. My occupation is fighting crime, although I've never made any money from saving the world.
You may be seated.
What were you doing on November 1st?
I was flying through the suburb of Surrey when I heard a muffled scream.
What did you do then?
I wasn't positive where it had come from, but I guessed in the direction and flew over there. Using my x-ray vision, I looked into buildings as I flew by.
What did you see?
Inside a warehouse, I saw a Lois Lane tied up and a man firing a gun.
Then what happened?
I approached the warehouse wall. I told people to back away as I was about to break down the wall.
Did you break the wall down?
No, as I was winding up, the wall had just crumbled, so I flew through the hole in the wall and chased after the men. That's when I ran into Constable Peters and he arrested me.
Thank you. I have no further questions.
Does the prosecutor wish to cross-examine?
Yes, Your Honor. Superman, did you intend to break the wall?
Well, yes, I did intend to.
You testified that the wall began to crumble when you were winding up. How close were you to the wall at that point?
Well, I was right in front of it, I guess.
Were you touching any of the bricks?
I'm not too sure. I may have touched some with my elbows as I flew in.
Would you go to any lengths to rescue Miss Lane if her life was in danger?
Yes, of course.
Thank you. I have no further question, Your Honor.
You may step down.
The defense has no more witnesses. The defense rests its case.
Would you please begin your closing remarks?
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, if we do not tie Superman's hands in the same manner that all law-abiding citizens' hands are tied, then we give him a license to randomly destroy other people's property without any recourse of the property owners. There can be no doubt that Superman intended to break the wall, and in fact, the wall began to crumble when he was winding up. You have heard him admit that he would stop at nothing to rescue Miss Lane on November 1st. That meant flying through a wall, resulting in mischief, and breaking and entering. I ask for a guilty verdict on both counts. Superman must be held accountable by the same laws that govern all citizens of Canada, of Guam.
Thank you. Would you please begin your closing statements?
The prosecutor must prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Superman intended to and did break through the wall. This they have not done. Superman has testified that he flew through an already existing hole in the wall. The only reason he entered the building was to save Miss Lane's life. No witness for the prosecutor actually saw Superman break the wall. While Superman admits he did have the intention of breaking the wall, he did not carry out this act, because as he approached the wall, it crumbled. Miss Lane has testified that she was held in the warehouse by 5 men, one of whom fired a gun at the wall, causing it to collapse. The prosecutor has presented no evidence which contradicts these facts. This is further supported by the evidence of Mr. Costco, who testified that the bricks are on the outside of the building. Ladies and gentlemen, you do not have to be an expert to know that an explosion inside a building will force the bricks to the outside. You heard a demolition expert testify that gunpowder was found on the bricks, and that the guns found at the scene of the crime were powerful enough to cause bricks to be blown apart. Let's not tie the hands of our city's most popular and successful superhero. Let's allow him the freedom to rescue people in trouble and chase down criminals. I ask you to find Superman not guilty of both of these ridiculous charges. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you have heard the evidence and must now decide whether or not Superman is guilty of these crimes. The prosecutor argues that Superman had the intention of breaking of the wall and carried out the act resulting in mischief. Also, that Superman forced his way into the building, thereby committing breaking and entering. The defense argues that the wall was already broken and that Superman entered the building only to apprehend the criminals that held Miss Lane. If you have any doubt that Superman intended to break through the wall, or that Superman actually did break through the wall, then you must find Superman not guilty. If, on the other hand, you have no doubt that Superman committed these crimes, then you must find him guilty. There will be a brief recess while the jury deliberates.
All rise.
While they're deliberating, why don't you all have a seat? I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Senator Mary Torres with the Guam Legislature, and so it was my distinct pleasure to welcome all of you here today. But while they're out, let's do a quick poll. How many in the audience believe that Superman is guilty? A few. Oh, of course, very good. How many believe that Superman is not guilty? The majority. Okay, well, let's see once the juror is in. And don't forget, too, that if you want to, the legislative website has the link to tonight's proceedings, so it might be good for you to look there. The kids did an excellent job, and it's been a pleasure watching them. Give them a round of applause. Okay. Are they ready? Are the jurors ready?
Has the jury reached a verdict? Would the defendant please stand? What is the verdict? On the second count of mischief, how do you find a defendant? Would you like to poll the jurors? Will the clerk please poll the jurors?
Juror number 1, is that your verdict is read? Juror number 2, is that your verdict is read? Juror number 3, is that your verdict is read? Juror number 4, is that your verdict is read? Juror number 5, is that your verdict is read? Juror number 6, is that your verdict is read? Juror number 7, is that your verdict is read? Juror number 8, is that your verdict is read? Juror number 9, is that your verdict is read? The verdict is unanimous, Your Honor.
I would like to thank the jury for their service in this case. You are now dismissed. The court stands adjourned.
All rise.
Excellent job, everyone. What I'd like to do at this time is since you're all nice and big, can you please introduce yourself?
Yeah,
We'd like to know the cast, so everybody just one by one.
Everyone come up and introduce yourself, and then let's line up. Doesn't matter, start with anyone. Let's go, Judge, come down here.
Okay.
Go ahead, Superman, go. Even the jurors.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for watching our performance. My name is Jacob Bautista, and I played Superman in this mock trial.
My name's Jordan Palkanet. I play the arresting officer, Constable Peters.
I am Angel Apron, and I play the prosecutor in Superman.
My name's Nalelion Guerrero, and I'm the Costco owner and manager.
My name is Zoya Rupong, and I'm the demolition expert, Mr. Power.
My name is Danny Uggan, and I am the judge of The People vs. Superman.
I'm Ave. I'm the defense attorney.
My name is Caitlin, and I'm Lois Lane.
My name is Kikoa Fainted, and I'm Jimmy Olsen.
My name is Jamie Harris, and I play the clerk.
I am Kimo Lee Rivera, and I play the four-person and juror number 1.
My name is Rachel Cabales, and I play juror number 2.
My name is Amabel Manabusan, and I play juror number 3.
My name is Raylene Mariano, and I play juror number 4.
Hi, my name is Bailey Cepeda, and I play juror number 5.
I'm Hannah Suarez, and I played as juror number 6.
Hello, I'm a senior at Notre Dame. My name is Chance, and I am juror number 7.
Hello, my name. Hello, my name is Erin Kamel. I'm a senior from Notre Dame High School, and I'm juror number 8.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Josiah Meskin. I'm also a senior at Notre Dame High School. I am juror number 9.
Ceremony here, but the Agueda students, if you can make sure you get a scavenger hunt form, try to get it filled out, turn it in, you could win a Galaxy tablet, and the drawing is going to be at 7:30 next door. So run and get them, and fill them out and get them turned in before the drawing at 7:30. There's also a dog show going on right now from the military working dogs, so you can head on over there as well. Thank you very much. One more big round.